happening.
No, Lily, it's fine. All right, Amanda will post my bail. Promise you I'll get to New York.
Oh, well, hello, you two. Oh, can the day get any better? Are you okay?
How far away am I from this place?
Welcome my dear listeners, stay with me to get the spoilers first and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen on The Young and the Restless. Kale steals Jack's Patty plan and Lily's awful lie could ruin everything. Monday's Young and the Restless is looking like one of those episodes where every conversation seems innocent and then suddenly the whole town is on fire. Jack Abbott thinks he has his latest strategy with Patty Williams figured out. Lily Winters is lying to Nikki Newman already. Victor Newman is circling them both, scenting weakness in the water, and Kale Abbott. Kale is about to walk in and make the decision that his father's plan is too risky to leave to Jack. That is the shot of the Genoa City loves based. By the time Mondays rolls around, Jack's plan with Patty is already getting messy. Patty strolls into crimson lights and goes right for Jack's soft spot by remarking on the wedding ring he still wears. Patty doesn't waste a second pretending Jack's marriage to Diane Jenkins Abbott is dead and buried. She speaks as if the sparks she sees between them are proof that Jack and Diane are doomed to go around and round without actually fixing anything. And instead of shutting her down, Jack does what Jack often does when he thinks he can outplay the room. He lets the conversation breathe just long enough to see what Patty will say. That's the snare. Jack wants Patty to admit that Victor had her do the yacht thing, and to get her to do that she has to give her enough rope to feel like she's in charge. He wants her to feel at home, he wants her to speak, he wants her to drop. But for Jack, it's all about calculated risk. Patty is no harmless nuisance. She is a live wire connected straight to Victor. Jack thinks the best way to beat Victor is to use that wire against him. The problem is that Jack's own son sees the danger before Jack wants to. Kale gets there in time to catch a bit of the action and he is not exactly pleased. No sooner does Patty leave than Kale gets on Jack for letting the woman get anywhere near him. Diane may have come on in. Anyone could have come in. Kyle is so right. It is written all over the whole thing, disaster waiting to happen. Jack might think he owns the board, but he has underestimated how quickly these games can turn humiliating when the wrong person sees the wrong thing. And Kale's frustration doesn't end there. As Jack hints at his plan to weaponize Patty against Victor, Kale makes his move. He tells Jack he should let him lead the way instead. That is the real twist of the day. Kale is finished watching his father teeter on a knife edge, trying to lure Victor into another trap. If Victor is the real target, Kale wants to be the one holding the knife. And Jack, bless him, begins to see the logic. If Kale gets out in front of Victor, he is less predictable to Victor. Jack can concentrate on trying to fix his marriage to Diane while Kale quietly goes after Victor in the background. That's how wars are won in a place like Genoa City. One Abbott smiles politely and another sharpens the blade. But Jack's final thought on the matter may be the most dangerous of all. He suggests using Patty to make sure Nikki never comes back to Victor. This is no casual nation. This is a personal thing. Jack knows just where to hit Victor where it hurts. Nikki is always one of the most effective pressure points, and if Patty can serve as a living reminder of the damage Victor does to people, maybe Nikki stays far away from him. Jack may still be trying to fix his own marriage, but he is clearly willing to play dirty if it means keeping Victor's world as fractured as possible. And if it's Kale who's going to do that job, then Jack's plan is more dangerous because Kale is younger, sharper, and more likely to get Victor to underestimate him. Meanwhile, over at the GCSE, Victor is well into his own little theater of control. He runs into Diane, and they don't wait to start trading insult. Diane is not in a forgiving mood, and Victor definitely isn't either. He says he's going to win again and get back what he lost. Diane never wants to let Victor have the last word, basically hopes he falls so far he cannot get back up. This is not a civil exchange. This is a complete ideological battle between a man who believes that he owns the result and a woman who knows exactly how much damage he has done. And then Patty walks into the room. The real show begins. Since she got back to town, Patty acts like she has never seen Victor in her life. Victor goes along if he is glad that Patty is sane again. The act is transparent enough to shake the glasses on the bar top. Diane doesn't believe a word of it, and who can blame her? She knows Patty helped Victor destroy her marriage to Jack, and she can see right away this is Victor and Patty taking a little victory lap in public. Diane stomps up to a nearby table, and Victor's face says it all. He wanted Patty to stay. She is the gift that keeps on giving in his mind. Patty, who never misses an opportunity to create chaos, confirms that she intends to take full advantage of Diane's commitment to holding a grudge against the husband she never deserved. That's the kind of line that should make everyone in the room tense because Patty is not just stirring the pot, she is busy turning old wounds into new ammunition. And Vic, he loves it. He and Patty clink their glasses in that smug little victory moment that tells the audience he thinks he still has the upper hand so much. Victor may not be looking forward, he is possibly viewing a battlefield he believes he is already winning, but if Cale runs with Jack's petty plot, Victor's smugness might not last as long as he thinks. That's why the abort side of the episode is a lot more dangerous than it first appears. Because while Jack and Cale are plotting against Victor, Victoria Newman is busy walking into another fire of her own. She drops in at Billy Abort's to discuss the kids and the summer break, but she has got something much heavier to say too. She tells Billy that a forensic sweep allegedly turned up emails implicating Phyllis Summers and Kane Ashby, and then she drops the one thing that matters: Billy's name is in those emails too. Now Billy is not just an outsider looking in, he is a part of the mess. He reacts instantly, the way Billy always reacts when he feels Victor manipulating him. He says the emails are fake and wants to know what they say word for word. Victoria says that Billy is listed as playing a part and that's enough to send him off. He furious that Victor is using the whole thing as an opportunity to take him down. Billy is furious and rightly so. The accusation isn't just insulting, it's strategic. Apparently, Victor is trying to hook up with Billy in the same web as Kane and Phyllis, and Billy knows exactly what that means. Once Victor starts telling the story, it's hard to stop him. The squeeze of the law, the public disgrace, the family separated. Billy has seen this movie before and he doesn't like the ending. He gives Victoria a backbone and shuts Victor down. That is, of course, just a short outline that makes Victoria snap back all the harder. She doesn't want Billy to lecture her while he is still riding high on his chancellor victory. Things get heated and Victoria drops a truth bomb that only Victoria can drop. Billy is always an obsessive, selfish ass. The cue lands right when Shelley Spectra walks in. Soap writers are not required to be subtle. Victor sees the ring on Shelley's finger and congratulates her and Billy on the engagement. Billy confirms Shelley is pregnant, which shifts Victoria's tone just enough to remind everyone that life is Genoa's city, always shifts from what to family in seconds. Victoria even suggests that the baby will change things before she leaves, and she is probably right. A baby has a way of making even the most stubborn of people think about the important things. When Victoria's gone, Billy fills Shelley in on the fake email drama. Now Shelley's got more than just pre-wedding jitters. She finds out that Kane and Phyllis are probably going to be charged and that Billy might have been pulled into the fallout too. She worries what it all means for Billy, and she tells her he intends to find out. Sounds like you are fixed on it. It sounds too like the beginning of another very long story. The other emotional thread in the episode goes to Lily Winters, and it may be the ugliest fallout of all. She catches up with Nikki Newman outside the park cafe and has to play a delicate game of lies and omissions. Nikki says she doesn't see a return to Chancellor in her future and talks about other possible futures for herself. Perhaps a non-profit, perhaps helping Noah Newman with his new nightclub. Even Nikki wonders if Claire might be the one to run for Chancellor, but Claire doubts she has the experience. But soon Lily overhears something about Chancellor and begins fishing for information, and here begins the horrible lie. Lily suggests to Nikki that she might make a comeback as Chancellor, but Nikki tells her it's not happening. Nikki then inquires of Lily about her deal with Victor to fake her kidnapping in order to fool Kane. Nikki wants to know what Lily got out of making so many sacrifices, and Lily is lying. She says that the whole thing was just to teach Kane a lesson and nothing else. She is silent about the Chancellor agreement, the biggest part of the story that is missing. That lie is significant because it tells us that Lily is not merely protecting herself. She is protecting something bigger, something more dangerous, something that could easily blow up if Nikki prods harder. That's why makes Monday's episode so great. Everybody lies for a reason. Jack leaves out the fact that he lets Patty close. Victor smiles at Patty like they are all friends again and lies. Victoria clocks the true hideousness of Victor's plan with an official warning. Billy tells himself that he is not losing control. The baby will change all that. Shelley tells herself, and Lily tells Nikki that the Chancellor deal was just punishment, when clearly there is more under the surface. And that's the true story of the day. Cale is ready to take Jack's petty plot and make it his own. He is young and strategic and much harder for Victor to read than Jack. Jack might think he is setting the table, but it could be Cale who actually sits down and plays the game better than his father ever could. Lily's lie to Nikki, meanwhile, is the shot of secret that can rot a story from the inside out. If Nikki finds out the whole truth, Lily may have not only burnt a bridge, she may have started another family argument. By the end of the episode, nobody is clean, nobody is calm, and nobody is really in control. Jack has a plan, he thinks. Victor thinks he has got Patty. Victoria feels she has a leg up on Phyllis. Billy believes he is protecting his future. Shelley thinks she is building on. Lily thinks she can talk her way out of the Chancellor mess, and Cale. Cale is perhaps the only one who can see that the whole thing is already getting out of hands of the adults who started it. And this is where it all starts to feel a little dangerous, because when the next generation thinks they can play the game better than the one who built it, that's when things usually spiral. Because Cale stepping in isn't just bold, it's a warning sign. In my opinion, Cale doesn't just want to protect Jack, he wants to prove he is smarter than him. And that kind of ambition always comes with a cost. And the scary part is Victor doesn't underestimate people for long. So if Kale makes the wrong move, just one, he won't be playing Victor. He will be walking straight into him. But then there's Lily, and honestly, her lie might be the most explosive piece on the board right now. Because lies in Genoa City doesn't stay small, they grow teeth. And the moment Nikki starts connecting dots, that quite little lie could turn into a full-blown betrayal. So now we have two ticking clocks. Kale stepping into a dangerous game he thinks he understands, and Lily hiding a truth that could shatter trust at the worst possible time. And here's what I keep coming back to: this isn't really about strategy anymore, it's about control slipping away. Because when everyone thinks they are the smartest person in the room, nobody sees the trap closing. So let me ask you this. Do you think Kale is actually ready to take one Victor? Or is he about to learn a very hard lesson the way Billy did? And what about Lily? Should she come clean before Nikki finds out or double down the risk losing everything? Because if I had to make a prediction, I would say one of these secrets explode first. And when it does, it won't just hurt one person, it will drag half town down with it. So watch closely because the real twist isn't the plan, it's who loses control of it first.